Good evening, my friends, and welcome to Wednesday night and our Wednesday night experience. This is what we have defined over the years as a opportunity to experience religious science, science of mind in an in-depth way. And so this is our Wednesday night. We've been exploring over the past. I'm going to take a swallow of something here. A few weeks, the beginning of the Science of Mind textbook, first 4 chapters, and we've been moving forward with that. This Sunday, I will do a correlation with that, and I hope you click on and join with me in that experience. Again, we're still in lockdown. This is coming from my office at home, where I have been for almost a year now. And I know there were some times that I missed. I demonstrated a bunch of stuff I don't believe in, but anyhow, I did demonstrate it, wound up in the hospital. Now I am home recovering, and so it is wonderful. Let's look at the idea that really we're involved in all over the New Thought movement, whether it's Unity, Divine Science, Religious Science, CSL, Anton, Emerson Institute. The concept that we live from is a oneness concept, and the realization of it is that we live in God. Because where are we going to go? If it's infinite, they can't have an infinite in something else. So we're constantly moving from it, through it, to it. In Psalms 119, 105, it says, "Thy word is a lamp unto my feet and a light unto my path." Go back in Genesis, we see in the beginning there was the Word. There was the Word. What is your word? Dr. Robert Bitzer, my wonderful dear mentor and friend, God love him, helped Dr. Holmes start religious science. Back in the beginning of the last century, I was so fortunate to serve on the board with him and have him mentor me as I started my ministry 46 years ago. I was the youngest minister in religious science at the time. Dr. Bitzer at the time appeared to be hard on me, but I realized that what he was doing was continuing my evolution to honor and achieve what I told him I wanted to be and wanted to do and how I wanted to serve. A number of years ago, Dr. William Hornaday told me that the world needed to hear this teaching and I would help that happen. It probably changed my life. But again, let's go back to the Word. Dr. Holmes says on page 646 of the Science of Mind textbook, in the definition of word, he points out the Word of God means the self-contemplation of the Spirit, the manifest universe as we see it, as well as the invisible universe that must also exist, is the result on the self-contemplation of God. the universe that must also exist. It is the result of the self-contemplation of God. The result of the self-contemplation of God. I now identify with something that goes beyond what has been to something it can be. You see, we're challenged to, in our daily devotion, and every religion has one, and I think people who don't have a religion have a devotional time or a time for self in action. But when our devotion turns toward the power that is us, within us, as us, our thought at that point seeking out understanding, what happens to us is we find that our heart is searching out love and the possibilities of love in action. We find ourselves speaking words that heal, not words that hurt or words that justify or words that cause attack. We look at the lessons taught in the entire New Thought movement, and we realize that the act of prayer itself is what? The act of prayer is itself a creative process. It is a creative declaration. It is creativity in action. And if it is believed and acted upon and acted as if it is, what happens is it will bring into the outer form the equivalent of the thought form that was in the prayer. When we vision Godward, we need to move out of trying to make something happen by way of ritual to letting go and letting God as we are advised, and then acting as if it is. That's the celebration. Anybody can do it, and it doesn't depend on denomination or religion or background or race, creed, anything else. You see, the thoughts are, it's the way spirit moves. You think it, believe it's good enough to be true, it becomes event. The whys over the ages, if we study them correctly, the whys have seen with, I think, what could be called infallible insight. How's that for a word? Infallible insight. Now, what was their infallible insight? Their infallible insight was that God is all there is, no matter what you call it. Jesus, Lao Tse, the Buddha, all, Siddhartha Gautama understood this, Jesus understood this. They all spoke of the glory with whatever their term for God was, Father, Infinite Mind, Divine Mind. You see, before the world ever was, it was and is and always will be. There is something in us that knows It knows its own Godward experience. There's something within us that understands very clearly that we are its incarnation as a human experience. It is. It is God, and we are its incarnation. Isn't that great? Think about it. You see, its love brought us into being. Its life will be our life forever. It greeted us here. It greets us wherever we are forever. Its law supports us. It cannot fail. My wonderful dear friend, teacher, colleague, my metaphysical father was Dr. Craig Carter, and still is. And Dr. Carter used to say, "No one can blow out the candle of the Lord. No one can blow out the candle of the Lord." No, that's true. In you, as you, let it be your way. And have a beautiful day today. So it is. Hey, I want to thank you for tuning in on Wednesday night, and I want to remind you that our center, the Tri-City Religious Science Center, is undergoing the lockdown, as is all churches in California, and we do have ongoing expenses with love. I know if you love and support us, we certainly love and thank you for it, and we are asking you for your love and support. It is honored and needed. With love we accept, and I know it multiplies and returns to you with love, and so it is. And now let's have our closing treatment, knowing the oneness of God is everything we are. We honor this moment, and we let go and know that infinite life is everything we are. I'll speak my word now in first person as I do. Join with me in first person as I know. Infinite life is my life. Thy life is mine, because my life is thine. I free myself now. My heart is cleansed of illusion, for I know, and I know, that I abide in the enduring presence of love, in the enduring presence of wisdom. I live in this understanding so that my word and my endeavors may be joy and goodness. Every cell of my body celebrates this as perfect health unfolds from the truth of itself. There's nothing to heal. New cause set in motion produces new freedom in body, mind, and world. abundance of love, life, and positive right action, health, and freedom to live, move, and have our being in the oneness we know is true, now and forever. So let it be. So it is. Thank you for sharing this time with me tonight. And thank you for your love and your support. Katrina will put information on the screen to let you know how to send a donation